Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Bhalava Giribharadhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Golokananda Radha Golokananda Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Shri Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhutale Krishna Vishwami Travani Prabhupada Sahitya Prakasha Viti Racha Charanga Vishara Pati Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirbhisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadam Tikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalang Shri Gurung Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Si Visakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabando Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vindavanispari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaisnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Saman Banam, chapter 45, which is the Lord Krishna rescues the son of his Guru Maharaj. Let's see exactly what is the title of this. Is that the title? Krishna rescues his teacher's son, who is Sandipani Muni, Sandipani Muni's son. So text 32, is that correct? Please repeat after me. Yato pasadya tao dantao Gurau Briting Aninditam Grahayanto Upitau Shma Bhaktya Devang Ibadritau. Somebody else? Yato pasadhya tau dhantau. Guru biting aninditang. Grayantau upetau sma. Yato pasadhya tau dhantau. Guru biting aninditang. Gayantau upetau sma. Bhaktya Devang Ibadritau. Matajis. Yato pasadhya tau dantau. Guru biting aninditang. Gahayantau upetau sma. Bhaktya Devang Ibadritau. Word for word meaning, yata, fittingly. Upasadhya, obtaining. Tau, them. Dhantau, who were self-controlled. Gurau, to one's spiritual master. Vritim, service. Aninditam, irreproachable. Grahayantau, making others take to. Upetau, approaching for service. Sma, indeed. Bhaktya, with devotion. Devam, the Supreme Lord. Iva, as if. Adritau, respected by the Guru. Translation. There is no purport by the followers of Srila Prabhupada, but there are three acharyas who commented, so we will read the commentary. Is that okay? Sandipani taught very highly of these two self-controlled disciples, whom he had obtained so fortuitously by serving him as devotedly as one would serve the Supreme Lord himself. They showed others an irreproachable example of how to worship the spiritual master. Everybody please repeat. Sandipani taught very highly of these two self-controlled disciples, whom he had obtained so fortuitously. Wow. Tongue twister. By serving him as devotedly as one would serve the Supreme Lord himself. They showed others an irreproachable example of how to worship the spiritual master. This is a commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. In order to teach others grahayantau, perfect dealings with the Guru, they began to serve the Guru with great devotion. According to the scriptural rules, they were also respected by the Guru. Jiva Goswami's commentary. They were controlled and acted according to scriptures, yata, which explained that one should approach the fire wood in one's hands. Haribamsa says, Nivedyang gotrang sodayang acharina belang kritau susrusu nirahankarau abhav ramajanandanau. Announcing their name in Gotra, the two boys showed their best conduct in studies and without pride served the Guru. Britim means conduct. They respected him as the Supreme Lord, or they were respected like the Lord by the Guru. The word sma indicated that their conduct was well known. And from Sanatan Goswami, they were controlled and acted according to scriptures, yata, which explained that one should approach with kusha in one's hands. Haribamsa says, Nivedya gotrang swadhyayang acharinebhyalang kritau susrusu niraharang karab ubhav rama janardhanau. Announcing their name again, in Gotra, the two boys showed the best conduct. In studies and without pride, served the Guru. So it's the same as the commentary of Jiva Goswami. So now here, after being given the sacred thread by Gargamuni and preparing themselves to be brahmacharis. Brahmachari means to study, to gain knowledge, to acquire knowledge, and ultimately celibacy. They went to Abhantipur, where the seat of education in that area. This is near Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh. Prabhupada was there also in Ujjain, right? Where he started the League of Devotees. Sandipani Muni is from Kashi. We were talking about this Kashi, Madhav Prabhu on the way here, which is the present-day Benares or Varanasi. But Avantipur is very prominent in those days, 5,000 years ago. The seat of education, the Gurukul. Gurukul means the school of the spiritual master, Guru Kula. Spiritual master, Gurukul. And Sandipani Muni is the spiritual master of that ashram, of the Gurukul. So, to teach us, to show us example, Krishna and Balaram, even though they're none different than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they showed us that in order to learn proper etiquette, proper conduct, and different skills and different arts, one must go to a Gurukul. Right from the very early age, starting from 5 years old. But this time, they're not 5 years old. They're 11 years old. Because this is when they went to Mathura. And then after that, even though Lord Krishna stayed in Mathura for some time with his father, Vasudeva, and his mother, Devaki. But later on, they went to this school to teach us, to show us an example. Srila Prabhupada also, he established the first Gurukul in Dallas, Texas, in those days, right? And then later on in Vrindavan, Krishna Balaram Mandir, and then many Gurukuls followed after that. Even here, you have one. Isn't it? Yes? In Vancouver, in those days also, there was a Gurukul. Um, so the teacher, even Prahlad Maharaj went to the Gurukul. But the Gurukul is the school of the sons of the demons. It's a different kind of education there. They taught over there. I remember going to Ahobilam where we went up in the mountain. Have you been to Ahobilam, any of you? You will find the school of Sanda and Amarka right on top of the mountain. And it's very scary, because you got to go up, 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 up. The high elevation of the mountain. And the school is like a big slab of stone, white stone. Very shiny, very slippery. And just immediately after is the ravine. So maybe they play it to each other and hopefully no one push each other into that ravine. Children plays like that, right? But this school is very special because it says that day and night, Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram will be taught. And they, even though they know already all of these different kinds of arts and skills, they still kind of cover themselves up in such a way that not showing that they know all those things. They don't need to be taught. They are the source of knowledge. So what is it for them to acquire more knowledge? Unlimited knowledge, right? This is the meaning of Bhagavan. Unlimited knowledge. Unlimited strength, unlimited beauty, unlimited renunciation, unlimited fame. So, Krishna and Balaram, it says here that they serve their guru and respect the guru being representative of the Supreme Lord as the same respect that they would give to the Supreme Lord. This is the meaning of the spiritual master. He is the most confidential servitor of the Supreme Lord, and therefore he is being given due respect equal with that of the Supreme Lord. He is the external manifestation of the Paramatma, the spiritual master. And therefore, Yasha Prasadad, Nagati Katopi, Yasha Prasadad, Bhagavat Prasado. That without the mercy of the spiritual master, we will not receive the mercy of the Supreme Lord, and vice versa. Without the mercy of the Supreme Lord, we will not get the mercy of the spiritual master. Saksa darit be na samasasastrayer. He is as dearmost, not as, he is the dearmost servitor, representative via media. So he is due to be given the same respect as that of the Supreme Lord. And furthermore, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it says that the God brothers of the spiritual master should be also treated equally as that of how we treat our own spiritual master. Nowadays, the culture is, I will not say almost gone, but it is forgotten. Especially the Srila Prabhupada's disciples. We should treat them very reverentially, respectfully. Very soon they'll be extinct. I was speaking with Apurva Prabhu in Atlanta, that someone told him, Senior Satchinandan Swami, that Yeah, this is the decade. Within these 10 years, this is the decade of crying. Because many of Srila Prabhupada's disciples will be going one by one by one. And we have to face this. That means we will be somehow like orphaned. Many dear disciples of Srila Prabhupada who did a lot of service and helped Srila Prabhupada spread Krishna consciousness all over the world, even up to this day, we will be dearly miss them. So we should try to take advantage as much as possible their association. How do we associate with them? It says there are 3 ways how within the Vaishnavas they treat other Vaishnavas, because others are more advanced than them and some are in equal level like them, and then some are like inferior or junior than them. So we have to know this proper etiquette, how we treat those who are more advanced than us or superior than us in terms of realization in Krishna consciousness or advancement in Krishna consciousness. We should engage in some service to them or inquire from them submissively, not in a challenging way. Properly. So, in order to make advancement in Krishna consciousness, this is the secret of success. How we deal with each other, but especially to those who are more advanced than us in Krishna consciousness. Like the spiritual master or the god brothers of our spiritual master. Well, in India, this is still being practiced. It can be seen and observed. But in the West, it's okay. They don't even say Hare Krishna to them. I'm sorry. This is the fact. Yeah? It's like they don't even care. In India, whoa, a Prabhupada disciple is being taken care of nicely, being loved and taken care of nicely, being accommodated accordingly, and served properly. But in the West, kind of like neglected now. So how are we going to advance in spiritual life? The secret of success is how we, because our movement is the culture of respect. Properly respecting, because this is what the Shastra says. And reciprocally, when we serve them properly, the guru or his god brothers, god sisters also, not just god brothers, god sisters must be included. They will bestow their mercy upon us. And when they bestow, what is the mercy that they bestow upon us, or the blessings? That we may become Krishna conscious. The blessings of the sadhu is Krishna matir astu. May you be Krishna conscious. And what else do we need? Everything is included in there. Yeah? We don't need anything else. Usually, we should not ask blessings just on the from the sannyasis. You'll say, Maharaj, Please give me your blessings. We should ask blessings also, even from grihastas who are fully engaged in Krishna consciousness. Most of the associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were grihastas. Only few are sannyasis. But they are in the highest caliber, highest level of Krishna consciousness. So it says here, announcing their name and gotra, the two boys show their best conduct in studies and without pride serve the Guru. Again, one should not be proud. Prabhupada says, we should always be like a fool in front of our spiritual master. Consider ourselves as a fool. As Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, my Guru Maharaj, Isbarapuri, told me that I'm a fool. That's why he told me just to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. But no, to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra must be the most intelligent person in this planet. He says, Sumeda Saha. That means a little bit of intelligence. And that little bit of intelligence to decide to surrender and follow the process as enjoined from the Shastra, you must be an intelligent person. Prabhupada says, we're trying to sell a diamond here, but not everyone are ready to purchase the diamond. They're ready to purchase broken glass. Cheap. So those who are engaged in Krishna consciousness, that must be very fortunate. And also they are very intelligent, using properly their intelligence. And here it says they're holding kusa grass, right? Well, they're holding kusa grass. But the Goswamis, they didn't hold the kusa grass. They put them in their teeth. Why? Because when you offer obeisances and holding, you see, it says, more tolerant than a tree and lower than a blade of grass. Yeah? So, how can you be lower than the grass who is already on the ground? You cannot be lower than that. So, when they offer the obeisances, showing full respect without false ego, without any pride, without any envy. Again. So the 6 Goswamis, like Rupa Goswami, you've seen that picture in Chaitanya Charitamrita. There's the kusa grass on his teeth or in his mouth, bowing down to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So proper conduct, proper etiquette must be there, respect from the disciples or from the students towards the teacher, the Gurukul. This is the first thing that they've been taught, humility. Without humility, there is no love of God. There is no such thing as love of God. This is the first quality that we must develop. As Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is the proper conduct, etiquette, so that we can constantly chant the holy name of the Lord. Again, Sandipani Muni thought very highly of these two self-controlled disciples whom he had obtained so fortuitously. What is the meaning of that? Can you find out? Fortunate. Why they put this fortuitously is like a little. Why can't they just make it simplified? Sorry. By serving him as devotedly as one would serve the Supreme Lord himself, they showed others an irreproachable example of how to worship the spiritual master. Hare Krishna. Any points? Any question? We have 5 minutes. 10? Really? Oh, okay. Well, sorry. Well, it'll open it up for any question. Mm-hmm. A lot of Prabhupada's disciples like you.
Not nearly as advanced as many of our juniors. So, it seems sometimes kind of artificial that they, like you say, we don't generally have that culture in America anyway. But you know what I mean? Like you're paying respect, but many are not even following anymore, or chanting their rounds anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that equate, still being respectful in spite of that?
Yes. Irregardless of what is the position of the present, whoever is still around, disciples of Srila Prabhupada, respect should be there all the time. Let's say if they are not following whatever they're supposed to do, as at the time of initiation was agreed upon to Srila Prabhupada, nevertheless, because they are senior, there are different kinds of seniority. One who took initiation before me, he is my senior. One who is elder than me, he is my senior. One who is advanced than me, more realized in Krishna consciousness, is also my senior, even though he's junior by age or he took initiation after me. He is my senior. So respect should be always there, irregardless, because there's nothing wrong. We're not the loser if we give them respect. Krishna, as Prabhupada says, one day they will come back. If somehow they went astray, they left, but many of them, by the end of their life, they will figure out that why did I waste my life? And we have many instances, many examples of this. They really went to Maya so deep. But then Prabhupada says, don't make me come back, because I will come back for you. He told this to his disciples. This is how Prabhupada's mercy, how his kindness, how humble he is, that he will come back for his disciples. So these disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they're not ordinary souls. They saw from Srila Prabhupada the greatness of Srila Prabhupada. So we cannot say, oh, he's in Maya. No. Maya means temporary also. But ultimately, they'll take up the Krishna consciousness again. So we will lose our opportunity if we don't do our part to give them proper respect. Yeah?
Maharaj, another point you made was that they are the god brothers of our spiritual master.
Yeah.
So just by that, they are highly
It's,
qualified.
it's that's what Chaitanya Charitamrita says. Yes, Apurva Prabhu.
Thank you so much for a wonderful class, giving us real proper Vaishnava culture. And we very much appreciate Srila Prabhupada. When a disciple would come back to him, he would give all
Hug.
his mercy.
He would cry and he would hug him.
Yeah. So, at the same time, you've glorified and given the proper Vaishnava culture, which is so imbibed in your mood and also in Vrindavan, how you always take care of the devotees and always are there. I really appreciate that. At the same time, we as Vaishnavas, Prabhupada disciples, have to remain humble and meek, and that is very important to keep in mind. Can you give us any feedback on that?
Yeah, the those who are senior, they give their love and their affection towards the junior, help them move up, because supposedly they're more experienced, they're more realized, they're more knowledgeable. So the brahmanas, they don't give money. I mean, they don't have money. Just only the brahmanas. Vasudeva will give them 10,000 cows or whatever, gold. The brahmanas, they give knowledge. So seniority, those who are senior Prabhupada's disciples, they should be ready to offer knowledge, should be affectionate, help as much as possible the juniors in that way. I mean, what else can I say? How we can show? Huh? Yes, sir.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the class. Maharaj, you mentioned the point of how one should be a fool in front of one's spiritual master. So,
but not act as a fool.
Yeah, that was my... like, while we are serving the Guru, then we use our intelligence of how the Guru, should be served. And he may ask something even from Shastra that, can you look up this from Bhagavad Gita or things like that. So we are using our intelligence, but at the same time, that internally...
Consider ourselves as fools, but not be a fool. There's a first class disciple, second class disciple, and the third class disciple. The first class disciple, he will do things before his spiritual master will ask him to do. That's first class. He knows the mood of the Guru. The second class disciple, he will do what the Guru will tell him to do. And the third class disciple, he will not do what the Guru will tell him to do. Neglect the instruction of the spiritual master. So which one are we in those three? The fourth disciple is he would envy his Guru. He'll become envious. Hey, how come he has so much followers? He has so much opulence. There is one person like that. Who is that? The Hillsborough Puri, then Ramachandra Puri. Rascal number one. He was telling his Guru, why you always like looking for Radha and Krishna? Why don't you just merge with the Brahma Jyoti? He is instructing his Guru what to do. That is a fourth class disciple. It's just an example in Chaitanya Charitamrita, right? The Guru say, oh, don't tell me what to do. The Guru is supposed to be, should be, telling us what to do. Unless sometimes the spiritual master asks, like Srila Prabhupada, he will ask opinions. What do you think we should do? Shall we go today or shall we go tomorrow? He will ask. TKG, Tamal Krishna Maharaj. Some disciples say, oh, shall we go or shall we stay? Okay? Srila Prabhupada, K. Hare Krishna. Hare. Hare both. How many are there? Eight families.
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Enam Kanvandam Maravindadalayataksham Varhamatam Samasitam Buddhasundarangam Nandar Agom Vidamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Andaniya Sakalen Priya Priti Manti Pasyanti Panti Kayanti Chiram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
Gopi Paranadana Vadana Manohara Gopi Paranadana Vadana Manohara Aliyadamana Vitana Kaliyadamana Vitana Harinam Amiya Bilasa Amala Harinam Amiya Bilasa Vipina Purandara Navina Nagarabara Vamsi Badana Suvasa Vipina Purandara Navina Nagarabara Vamsi Badana Suvasa Rajajana Palana Surakulana Shana Rajajana Palana Surakulana Shana Nanda Godhana Rakovala Nanda Godhana Rakovala Govinda Madhava Navanita Taskara Govinda Madhava Navanita Taskara Sundarananda Gopala Sundarananda Gopala Yamuna Tatachara Gopi Vasana Hara Yamuna Tatachara Gopi Vasana Hara Rasa Rasika Kipamoya Rasa Rasika Kipamoya Sirada Vallabha Vrindavana Natavara Sirada Vallabha Vrindavana Natavara Vakati Bhina Dashaya Vakati Bhina Dashaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ho Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Golokananda, Radha Golokananda, Sri Radhe. Jaya Radha Golokananda, Radha Golokananda, Sri Radhe. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Panchatattva, 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 Jaya Panchatattva. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Patita Pavana Srila Prabhupada, Patita Pavana Srila Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Gaura Haribo. Jayam Vishpat Pamsa Paribraj Kichariasta Tarasat Simat His Divine Grace. Srila Abhay Charanar Vinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON BBT Founder Acharya His Divine Grace. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Nitya Lila Pavishnang Vishnupad Pramsa Paribraj Kichariasta Tarasat Simat His Divine Grace. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Jai Shri Rup Shri Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Sad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Hadritas Thakur. Brajabhumi Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Mathura Dham Ki Jai, Sinabadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, New Goloka Dham Ki Jai, Sri Radha Golokananda Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhaktavinda Ki Jai, Nitai Goshitanath Primanande. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.
Swadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrapita Niyamita Smarane Nakala Etadrishita Vakripa Bhagavan Mamapi Dordaiva Midrishami Hajjani Nanuraga Trinada Pi Sunichena Torora Pi Suhishuna Amani Namana Dena Kirtaniya Sadahari Nadanam Najan